Hey, what's going on, everyone? Gillis TV back here for another Edmonton Oilers video today. Talking about the really terrible two games this weekend, and do we have a trade candidate on our hands? Because honestly, I can't even stick up for this guy anymore. But if you're new to the channel, like anything NHL related, especially Oilers, I try to do a lot of Oilers, but we cover every other team, just like former Oiler Jesse Puljujärvi is on waivers. Just did a video on that. Go check that out. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because I try to do every team, but of course, as you can see, Oilers are my number one. So thank you for all the support of late, and let's get into this weekend. Terrible. LA's game probably shouldn't have lost. Adam Henrique was like -3, -4. Of course, Warren Foegele playing his hardest he's probably ever played, even when he was with the Oilers, just showing them what they're missing out on with him. And that game in Anaheim yesterday, let's not even talk about that. You're going into Anaheim and you have the lead and you blow it. And out of a possible 4 points this weekend, we got one. We got leapfrogged by LA, who won again last night. They went 2-0 this weekend. That's what the Oilers needed. But you know what? We got some goaltending there. A lot of miscues. You know what? The good thing about this weekend is our power play still coming alive, and that's something we need. But we need to shore up some things. I get it. Had a 5-6 day break there over Christmas, getting the legs back under you, but LA was there, Anaheim was there, why couldn't we? But of course, not to get into that too much, but today we are going to talk about a guy who everyone liked the deal when it happened, and that was Jeff Skinner. Just hasn't panned out. We knew what we were getting with Jeff Skinner. We needed that offensive guy that can score. He's put up 30 plus goals. Even a 20 goal season this year would have been great by him, and he's underperforming. He's averaging just over 1 point for every 3 games. There's, like I said, Puljujärvi's on the waiver wire, who's producing the same as Skinner and making $2.2 million less than Skinner. Of course, Puljujärvi only 8 points in 21 games, so I think his point per game is actually better than Jeff Skinner's. And there's just no real way to kind of defend him anymore. Sorry, I had to fix the camera there. There's no way to defend him. He has 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points. He's -11. I liked earlier in the season when he was it seemed like we got the Jeff Skinner that we wanted, and it's cooled off because he stopped shooting. Earlier in the season, he was shooting everything. And he's taking up $3 million. And you know what? We're not doing this video if he has, say, 10 goals, 10 assists for 20 points in 35 games. We'd be happy with that. That's a 40 points in 70 games plus whatever extra. A 45-point season for a $3 million player, we wouldn't be mad about that. But something needs to click. I know he was scratched yesterday against Anaheim in the lineup or practice today. He was the 13th forward there as well. I get the Oilers are probably trying to get it into him that, hey, pick it up or you're not playing. I know Knobloch's kind of talked to him out loud about how he's not producing, and yes, your 6 goals cool, but 35 games in, you should have 10 if you're a $3 million player of what he brings to the Edmonton Oilers. Now, if he was a penalty killer, okay, that's a little bit different. We're paying him for a bunch of other things, but we're not. He's here to score goals, produce offensively, and he's not. So that begs the question, trade chip? It works. It'd be like Tyson Barrie for Matthias Ekholm kind of scenario where we had to send Barrie to clear that cap space, and Jeff Skinner's going to be more than likely by the March deadline that kind of guy who, hey, we're giving you Jeff Skinner. Here's the first round pick and a prospect just to clear up cap room, and then the prospect and the pick are for the player that the Oilers are going after. Not too sure what they're looking at right now, but I still believe, and even Bob said it, they're looking at a right side defenseman still. But other than that, there's not much to say about Jeff Skinner. Like, yes, we know he hasn't made the playoffs ever in his career. He's played 1,041 games. He has 682 points. That's still more than a point per every 2 games. In Edmonton, he's not producing that. So something needs to change. I know scratching him, making him sit a bit might get him eager, but at this point, I just don't see a scenario where the Oilers keep Jeff Skinner after March, the trade deadline there. I think it's the 8th. I think it's right after I come back from my vacation. So, other than that, that's pretty much it to talk about today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gillis TV. Have a good one.